So today I'm going to take some things that were just left over laying around and we're going to make some cheesy Italian sausage garlic bread. Now I have a half baguette here and I'm going to be cutting this in a second, but really what you should be doing right now is preheating your oven to 375 degrees. And while it's preheating, you need a small baking tray in there, or a large baking tray, doesn't really matter, because we're going to preheat that baking tray at the same time. Now I want to cut this in half so I have 2 half pieces of baguette. Just like that. And I've got some softened butter here. To this I'm going to add just maybe half a teaspoon of olive oil, about a tablespoon of crushed garlic, and half a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And we're going to mix this up. Really make sure everything gets blended together nicely here. And this is unsalted butter. I didn't plan to make this video today. I just looked and I thought, man, I've got this, and I've got this, and I don't know what I'm going to use them for. So that's part of the fun in cooking. And also in making videos sometimes is looking at something and saying, what can I do with it? Well, this is what we're doing with it today. I had Italian sausage, mozzarella cheese, and bread, and garlic and butter. So we're going to make something. I guess this would mostly be, I don't know, could be a meal, I guess, with Italian sausage on it. More than a snack. Maybe an appetizer. All right, let's spread this on our bread. Doesn't have to be super thick on here, and you'll see why. Just like that. All right, we're gonna get our pan out here. So I have my silicone heat mat on my cutting board here because we're gonna take that pan out of the oven, put it here, and we're gonna put our garlic bread pieces on upside down with the buttered side down. Now I saw this method years ago and it might have been on America's Test Kitchen, might have been Alton Brown, I don't remember. So once it goes on there, it's gonna kind of start cooking that side with the butter. We're gonna pop it back in the oven for 5 minutes and then take it out, turn it over and build our cheesy Italian sausage garlic bread. Trying to get our bread pieces on here. And back in the oven. Getting the bread pre-cooked like this just sort of gets those flavors, all that garlicky, buttery seasoning into the bread a little bit. You might get a little bit of toasting and that's fine, but you may not. And you can go as long as you need to in your oven. If you want it more toasty, go a little bit longer. All right, here is our bread. It's been going for about 7 minutes. I let go a little bit longer. Look at that. Now that is perfect garlic bread to me right there. First thing I want to do now is start laying some mozzarella on here. Now some Italian sausage. I cooked this Italian sausage a little while ago, so it's already, let's just say 99% cooked. It can probably go a little bit more in the pan, but we're gonna finish it right here. Really, you can just go all the way, cook it completely, and get it on the cheese right here. And we're just gonna start arranging it. And your oven should still be going at 375. There's no reason to turn it off. Let these sit next to each other so they don't tip. Now I'm gonna grate some fresh Parmesan on here. This is gonna go back in the oven probably for 10 or 15 minutes till our cheese is melted and bubbly. Then after we bring it back out and take a look at it, I'm gonna throw it under the broiler probably for about 15 or 30 seconds. But really just watch the cheese and see when it's the way you like it before you do the broiling part. See you back here in a little bit. There we go. We are nice and melty, but I want to get this under the broiler. So like I said, I'm going to pop it under there for 15 or 30 seconds, and you really got to watch it. You don't want it to burn, so when you pop it back in there, keep an eye on it. There we go. I'm going to let this cool for about 45 seconds to a minute, then we're going to have a taste. So I think I'm going to cut one of these in half to have a taste. What about this one right here? That looks good to me. Let's see if it's hot. I think it's going to be. Cheers. Got a good cheese pull on that. Wow, it's tasty. Super simple ingredients here. Not a fancy recipe. I mean, it's hardly a recipe at all. Some bread, some cheese, some Italian sausage, a few other things, butter. You could do the same sort of thing with other ingredients, different types of cheeses, different types of meat, or no meat at all. This is what I said earlier about the fun in cooking, is just taking some things that you really aren't sure exactly what you're going to do, look at them and go, yeah, I can make this.